Before we get started, I'd like to apologize. It's a long video. Hey everyone, welcome back to Ben's Garage. Today, Ben is taking a close look at the LAUNCH Creader Elite JLR V2, the latest diagnostic tool designed for Jaguar and Land Rover vehicles. He has already tested the first version, which was fantastic for the price. So I'm excited to see what this upgraded version brings to the table. Let's dive in and check it out. Over to you, Ben.
I hadn't expected to make a video today. My hair's not done or anything. No makeup. What a poor show. Anyway, if you remember back, we did a video on this, the LAUNCH Creader Elite Jaguar Land Rover. Got quite good. I was quite impressed with this for what it would do compared to the more expensive Gap tool. Obviously it's not as good as the Gap tool, but that is 500 plus euros. This was 100 euros or thereabouts. LAUNCH got in touch with me and said, would you like to try the LAUNCH Creader Elite version 2.0 Jaguar Land Rover? And I was like, oh, I've just done one for that. They said, well, it's faster, apparently. From what I can work out on other videos on YouTube, people that have tested both say that the interface and everything is exactly the same. However, this is Android 6 point something. This is Android 8 point something. I will put the numbers across the screen because I can't remember exactly. I did look it up. This has got... I can't remember. Let me just stop the camera and I'll get the instructions out, see if it says in there. It's got some vague technical things. Let's do this one first. This is the Jaguar Land Rover, the Creader Elite Jaguar Land Rover. Technical spec, I'll put it all up on the screen. The screen is a 4-inch touchscreen with resolution 480 by 800. CPU is a 4-core, 1.3 gigahertz processor. There's 1 gig of RAM, 16 gig of ROM. Blah blah blah, and it's Android 6 something. I'm not an Android user, I don't really know all the ins and outs of Android. This one, the Creader Elite version 2, we'll get it out of the box in a minute, is the same screen, but it's the other way on. Some people don't really get on with the vertical screen. So the screen is a 4-inch touchscreen with resolution 480 by 800. A 4-core processor, 1.3 gigahertz. That's exactly the same. RAM, 2 gig, so you've got double the gigabyte of RAM. And the ROM is 16, so the ROMs are still the same. And I believe this is Android 8 point something. Again, I'm not an Android user. I don't really understand all the Android ins and outs. Now, I have already unboxed it. I've charged it and I've done all the updates. The one disappointing thing about this one compared to this, there's no USB-C cable with that one, but there was with that one. So I know most households have got a USB-C cable lying about somewhere. So it looks like that. You've got your data link cable there, standard OBD socket in the end. This one screws in to the back of it in there, look. So all you do is you just pop that in there like that and just tighten up these, tighten up those, which I shall do. Just undo this zip cable jobby tie thing. Let me just get the other one out and we'll compare them side by side. Now, I wasn't going to do a video on it because it's exactly the same functions, interface and everything as this one. Well, it's getting like Christmas in here and there's boxes everywhere. So this was the original. The cable is all fixed, comes with a USB-C, so you can pop that cover off. There's a slot for a memory card in there. Has it got a memory card in it? No. There's a slot for a memory card and there's a USB-C charging, so you can take it indoors. If you've got Wi-Fi in your garage, it's no biggie. You can plug it into your car and do all your updates while it's powered off the car. But yeah, USB-C in there, comes with a cable. You can charge it up, do your Wi-Fi updates. That's good to go. This one, I say, it didn't come with a USB-C, and when I've looked on the internet, on their website, the package contents was just this with the data link cable. So there, same size screen if you turn it on its side, and apparently exactly the same functions on this. But I've had a few questions on this one, the video that I made for this one. Can it do this? Can it do that? Can I program keys? Can I do the relearn function on the transmission? Will it, oh, what did they say? Will it show what gear you're in on the data stream? So I'm going to plug this in. Hopefully it'll work. I have done the updates, and so yeah, I'll plug it in. See how quick it recognises the car on the auto detect, and we'll see what it can do. And I'll have a look at these functions, if it will do the gearbox adaptions, relearning, and the key programming. Obviously, we know on these Range Rovers there's a lot of systems, but you've obviously got to go into each system to get to the special functions. So if you want to do your gearbox adaptions, you would go into your transmission section, and then the special functions will be there. But yeah, let's get this plugged in. Launch, create change. It's taking a, hopefully the bonging will stop in a minute. I wonder if it does it if I press OK. Right, here we go. So let's click on diagnose, auto detect. It's doing a VIN scan. I've turned the sound off. Apparently it's found the car already. No, it's doing it again. Here we go. Oh, Land Rover. Yes, okay. Touchscreen feels quite responsive. Hopefully this little camera phone isn't wobbling about everywhere. I didn't bring the gimbal out, so yes, that's the correct car. Vehicle configuration is being loaded. So yeah, I've got some faults again. Usual story. So it's going to go through and do a health report. Now you can go into the car manually, and then you can select which systems you want, and it won't generate a health report. But we'll just do the health report to start with and see what it comes up with. See if I've got any more faults than I thought I'd normally would have. Yeah, it does seem a little bit quicker than the other version. They did say that that would be the difference. It will be faster. Come on, hurry up. Right, we're at 100%. So let's go up through here. Nothing on the engine, nothing on the transmission. We've got abnormal on the ABS, which is battery voltage. Instrument cluster. The fan, lost communication with parking brake module, and lost communication with parking assist control module. Now that we think that the parking assist module for the sensors front and back is gone a little bit dicky, so I need to replace that. Body control module, key transponder, it's a historic fault, nothing to worry about. Audio, there's a few audio ones. Fibre optic communication bus, lost communication with parking assist control module, which we've already mentioned. Lost communication with body control module, intermittent fault on the driver's seat. Driver's door module, driver's door central locking motor into it does work. Invalid data response received from blah blah blah. Passenger's door module, central locking motor, which will be the same thing as that one. Circuits, permanent faults, we'll have to have a look at them one day. Right, now, I can't remember where we have to go now. Alright, so I'm going to clear the codes. And then I'm going to go into the transmission and see what special functions there are and see what live readings we can bring up, because that was a request from one of you viewers out there. Yeah, so we've still got the fault with the communication thing, so let's go back. So let's go to the transmission control module. Right, so there's no special read fault code, read data stream. So this is all to do with gear command, gear position selected. Let's just bring these up. So you can see all these pressure of the solenoid. I don't know if it's actually, if they're going to work. If it has, let's just do that one as well. So okay. Combine. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Right, I'm just going to start it up. Cold start in progress. It tells me we're in park, so I'm going to put it in reverse. Selected reverse, neutral, drive, no sport. I'll knock it over to sport, and in sport, let's see if we can do the command shift. So first gear command shift, second gear command shift, third gear, and it won't go up any higher because we're not moving. Second, first, back into drive. So the pressure control solenoid on the driver blah 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 is this one that's going up here. So when I put it into drive, you'll see it go up. Back into neutral. So that's all good. Let's just come back out of there and see what else we can find. I don't know what you would need for let's go back. I want to see if there is, so that's that. What would the key be under? Vehicle immobiliser. No, I need to have switch the engine off for that. End session. End session. Yes. Oh, we're back here again. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into Land Rover. Okay. And I'll find the car manually. Manually select Range Rover. 2010 to 2012, 3.6 diesel. Right, special functions. Reset, electronic parking brake, alarm security, throttle idle speed, tyre pressure, auto emission, steering, air suspension, headlamp, battery, brake bleed, injector, door, window, sunroof, seat, camera, body, electrical, powertrain, chassis, transmission calibration. Let's see if it will go into it. Powertrain, transmission control module, adaptation, clear. I don't want to do any clearing because this gearbox is changing gear fine, so I'm going to go back, but it's on there. So yeah, let's see what other special functions. Exhaust get thing, adaptive cruise control, others. Let's have a look at others. So that's just restraint build mode. No idea what that is. So let's go back. So we've got system selection. So then we can select what system we want. So let's go back into transmission. You can read the data stream, read the fault code. So just version information, just tells you what ECUs there are, transmission fluid, filling time for adaptions, fluid pressure for adaptions to, okay. So then we're going to read fault codes, there should be none. So we go back, read data stream. So you've got active diagnostic session, throttle position, average wheel speed, powered wheels, CAN information, control module, internal temperature, control engine torque, gear command, gear position, key lock output state, number of trouble codes set to park on neutral, power supply, pressure on the solenoid up 1 to 6, signal information, all these different things. I'm hoping that the camera's picking it up. Transmission control module temperature, if transmission shuts down due to over temperature, transmission current gear, no I don't want to do that, transmission fluid filling pressure counter for adaptions. So you know, clutch A, clutch B, clutch C, clutch D, clutch E, filling pressure, filling time, transmission gear engaged, transmission oil temperature. I'm gonna have a look at that because I don't think when we did it, I don't think it had it. So let's just okay that. Well, that's telling me it's 24 degrees, the transmission. Let me put it into drive. Now I'm sure when I plugged the gap tool in, it said there was no temperature sensor in this gearbox. But this is clearly stating that the transmission oil temperature is 24 degrees at the moment. Just rev it up, see if it comes up with any at all. He's going up, it's 26. So the gap tool didn't pick up a sensor in the gearbox, so we had to measure it by hand, but this one has picked it up. Perhaps I have to update the gap tool. Anyway, so that's that. Back down to S's, T's, transmission oil temperature, and it's got another one there as well. Output shaft speed, turbine speed, blah blah blah. That's all of that then. Right, I want to come out of this. Special functions, alarms and security. Verify keys, check passive key enabled, check all antennas and alarm trigger history. I want programming a new key. Right, let's come out of that. Are you sure you want to exit, 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 back, 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 yes. Right, I want to come out of that. So of course on this screen you don't have any special functions. I've got to take it indoors and upgrade it again. You've got your settings, your OBD2, so you can use it on any other car, but it will just be basic diagnostic readings. You won't be able to get into all the systems like you can on a dedicated version for your model of car, if that makes any sense. So let's just go back into diagnose Land Rover. Okay, well, I've got 12 minutes on the phone at the minute, bloody hell. Manually reset cell, I don't want to do all that. So let's just go Range Rover. (2010) 3.6 diesel. System selection. So let's go into These are all the systems that you can go into on the Range Rover. I'm not sure where the key would be. Passenger parking assist, keyless. Oh, you've got to have the... got to switch it off. Okay. So yeah, I don't know where the programming the key is, or if you can do it. Body control mode, you've got actuation tests. You can do all this stuff. Front screen washer. So you can actuate all sorts of things through the device. I mean, it's bog standard stuff, isn't it? A lot of cars do this nowadays. Yeah, it is fantastic bit of kit, really is. There's so much stuff to do. Let's come out of it. So would I buy this one over this one? It's horses for courses, isn't it, really? Some people, apparently, don't get on very well with the vertical screen. This is sort of more tablet-like. It's all touchscreen. It's really responsive. If you don't drop it. Yeah, it's really responsive, the touchscreen. It where you touch is where it selects on the screen, so that's all good. I wouldn't say that one's better than the other, because they both seem to do the same functions. It definitely does the gear. You can clear the adaptions, and you can look at so many things on live readings on the transmission. That was one question I got asked. The key program, it says that it will do it, but I didn't find it in the menu, and because I wasn't really that bothered, because I've not had to do it yet, I can't help you with that one. I'll say I couldn't find it. I will do a bit of research. If I can find how to program keys with this, I'll maybe do another video, or I'll just put something across the screen that you can pause and read. As for the speed of it, it did seem a lot quicker than this one, but only just. You know, if you're trying to diagnose a car, you know, the people that are going to buy these are home mechanics that have got a Jaguar Land Rover, and they want to, even if they don't fix cars themselves, you plug this in, it'll tell you what the fault is wrong with the car, and then you can take it to the garage and say, we've had it scanned, it's such and such, don't fleece us, you know, that kind of thing. If you're diagnosing your own car, you're not in a rush, are you? So, as I said before, this one I'll probably keep in the glove box when we're going away travelling, as a backup to the gap tool. This one's a bit bigger. So, yeah, I mean, I can just put that like that. Maybe put a Velcro strap around it to hold the cable tight, and then that's that. This one, obviously, the data link cable's separate. But it is a really good bit of kit. I was really surprised when I plugged this one in how good it was. This one, it just does things a little bit faster, and the screen is the other way on. So that might make live readings on the data stream easier, because it goes across the screen like that. Whereas on that one, your screen is a little bit narrower because it's vertical. So actually viewing the data stream might be a little bit tricky. That's the only thing I can really think of, because they're both exactly the same from what I've read on the internet. So the only disappointing thing with this one, it's slightly more expensive, doesn't come with a USB-C cable, which was a bit bizarre. I will put links to both versions in the description below. If you order one through one of my links, I do get a little bit of a commission. It doesn't cost you any extra, but it all helps the channel out. I think through my links we sold 7 of these, and I hope you're all happy with them. I'll put the link to this one and also this one. It's slightly cheaper, but it's good. They're both, this one weighs 500 grams, this one weighs 540, so not a great deal of difference really. You're not going to notice it, are you? Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Not another bloody diagnostic tool video. Yeah, sorry about that. I've got some other videos that I keep saying we're doing this. The car's going in for a CT. Not next Tuesday, the Tuesday after. So I'll do a video when Tina brings the car back. See if it's failed. Hopefully it's passed. There were a few advisories last time, but we've only done just over 5,000 kilometres in 2 years. So hopefully the car will sail through its CT with just the same advisories. Now, he always advises that the chassis is corroded, which is utter bullshit. If you remember back in May, Sam was over here and he got under the car and serviced the gearbox for us. He said it's like brand new under there. He said the air tank looks like new. It's like a new, well, not a new car, but because it's dirty, but there's no rust. I think these inspectors at these CT stations they just put any old nonsense on the ticket, because obviously they don't really want to be putting out cars with a fresh bill of health. It's got to have some kind of an advisory to make them feel like they've done their job correctly, I suppose. I don't know, but yeah, I always used to get the same advisories on any of our vehicles that we've had. It'd always be corrosion on the chassis, this, that and the other. But he did advise on the front control arms, which I have a full set of if I need to change them, and bushes on the rear. Now I don't know if that's the knuckle joint bushes on the ends or the inner bushes on the arms. You've got top and a lower arm at the back, both sides. I don't know which one he advised it on, so if he fails it this year, I'll get Tina to ask him which ones they are. Obviously the front one's piece of cake, I'll just change them all. And then I need to know which ones are on the back. But as I say, just over 5,000 kilometres in 2 years. The car hasn't really been anywhere. So I hope you enjoyed this video. There'll be some more coming. I've got some exciting stuff to bolt onto the car. I'm going to get the CT done first, because I don't want to give him any excuses to fail the car. Once we've got a fresh ticket on the car for 2 years, then I'll start bolting stuff on it. Yeah. Don't want to give him any excuses to fail it. So, anyway, we'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.